Hello again, welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH. I'm back again for another PC game video, and I am Bread. Yeah, that's right. The game we're looking at this time is actually called I Am Bread. If you have been following the channel for a little while now, you may find this title familiar, as I did an early access video on it. I want to say mid last year or late last year. I can't remember when it actually came out. When the early access build came out, I saw it on the front page of Steam. I saw like this game that was just called I Am Bread, and I was just like, "What the heck? I don't even know what this game could even be by the title." I watched the trailer and I watched kind of the weird gameplay that they were showing. I'm like, "Okay, this is just bizarre enough. I have to take a look." And yeah, I did an early access video on it, and it is a really weird and really hard game. I Am Bread is kind of a, it's kind of like an exploration kind of game, but basically you are playing this sentient piece of bread of all things, and in the main mode, your goal in each level is to become toast. And I don't know why you want to become toast. I don't know. Not only do you want to become toast, but you actually want to become good toast. So I'll talk more about the game as we go. Let's get right into the gameplay and stuff here. I'm actually in the middle of a level right now. So I have the pause menu up kind of on the left hand side here. The pause menu is actually quite good. The text is pretty big. Contrast is good, especially when you have the one highlighted. And it stands out really nicely. The font size is pretty good. No real complaints there. If I arrow down to options, and then you look on the right hand side, not a whole lot of options here, but there's some stuff that you would generally expect. I will mention that I am playing this with an Xbox One controller. I recently got one of those. If you watched my Mortal Kombat video, that's kind of where a Mortal Kombat X video. That's where I kind of decided that I was going to give it a shot. Get a controller with a better D-pad. But when you go into the game for the first time, you're likely going to have to go under options and change your input method. You change your controller style or your controller method from keyboard and mouse to a controller. Because when I started the game, I could access the menu with the controller, but once I got into the game itself, nothing happened, and I actually had to go in and change the controller or the controller method from keyboard to mouse. So just to keep in mind if that's the way you want to play the game, and it's kind of the way I would recommend playing I Am Bread is with a controller. I can't imagine the thumb gymnastics that you'd have to do with the keyboard. I don't even think I really want to go there. So, yeah, we'll go with that. So let's go into the game here. So, I have started. The reason I didn't start at the main menu like I typically do is I wanted to show you basically what makes this game actually playable for me. If you remember, if you've watched my early access video for I Am Bread, you know that one of the things, you know that it's a really freaking hard game, and you know that basically my only prayer, I said in the other video, and it still stands true in the full version, because this is actually a full 1.0 Steam release. It is really hard and can be really frustrating. But it's one of the things that I said in the earlier video is that I need basically like an I suck mode, where I can actually just get through the level. I may not get it highly ranked for it, but I can at least get through it. And the developers must know that it's a pretty dang hard game, because that's in fact what they did. Basically what happens is, see that little kind of glowy thing there? If I fail 3 times in one level, that will appear, and if I go through it, I basically become invincible, and some other stuff doesn't matter. So on the top middle of the screen you have a grip meter, which doesn't really matter right now because I'm just on a table. But if a lot of throughout the game, you're doing a lot of like flinging yourself and climbing things, and your grip meter definitely comes into effect there and can be a real issue. On the upper left, you also have an edibility meter, which is, like I said, not only are you trying to become toast throughout the levels, but you are actually trying to become fairly edible toast. You know, I mean, look at let's see, yeah, look at in front of the couch. Jeez, yeah, like shoes down there. I think I saw some, yeah, there's like nasty dirt footprints over there. Good Lord, somebody just trudged in. Like the movers, it looks like they got boxes over here. Looks like they just trudged in a whole bunch of that. That's going to be fun to get out of the carpet. So yeah, I mean, there's in the kitchen level, there was ants you had to deal with. You can't get wet, otherwise you're soggy. So how do you play this cursed game? If you haven't watched my video, basically, I start out, I'm a sentient piece of bread, like I said. I start out on this loaf, and you notice that I have, so my piece of bread here, it's got each corner of the piece of bread corresponds to a button on the controller. So I'm using the left and right triggers and the left and right bumpers. So I'm seeing when I can use them, or when I have them locked in, they turn yellow. So basically, I'm flipping myself forward, and now let's say that I want to move over toward that jam or jelly jar. Okay, so I need the right trigger, left trigger. Looks simple in theory, but trust me, this game, it looks simple, but it's actually really freaking hard. Because what makes it tricky is, like I said, each corner corresponds to a button in the controller, but every time you flip, every time you reorient your piece of bread, the button layout changes. So basically, you have to look at what direction do you want to move, what direction is your bread facing. And depending on both of those things, it's like, oh, sometimes I have to use both triggers, sometimes I have to use both bumpers or whatever, or maybe I just use one corner to kind of nudge things a little bit so I can line up better. The problem is, and also with this convoluted control scheme, what makes it really difficult is that on the table here I'm fine, but if I am like trying to climb something, if I'm even touching the floor or a dirty surface, I mentioned the edibility meter earlier, that goes down super fast. If I were to go down on the carpet right now, well, you know what, let's I don't want to go for that flashy thing, so let's go right trigger. See, this is where it gets tricky too. Come on. I'm just gonna knock myself off so you can see how quickly, if I can get around this stupid get. I'm trying to walk around this stupid kettle and tray thing or whatever the hell this is. See if I can flip. And when you're facing this way, I'm actually hitting up, even though it's toward me. Like that's the other thing is the analog. I'm using left analog stick to move, right analog stick to turn the camera. But you're not just hitting up to go forward or left to go left. You kind of have to look at the way the bread is, what edges you're using. And a lot of times, especially when you're climbing, you're doing this kind of like down up kind of fling motion. So I'm just gonna fall off. Watch how fast. Hear that clicking? Boom. That's how quickly it is to fail. So, needless to say, especially if I, as a low vision gamer, you know, the buttons are readable. I mean, I can read them, but depending on how well the camera is cooperating and things like that, or how far distance the bread is actually away, you know, sometimes it takes a second to actually figure out, oh, what buttons am I supposed to hit, just on top of regular normal, you know, this tricky gameplay. So that can be an issue. And the only way that I was ever really going to make any progress in this game is to basically, ta-da, there we go. Now I have this aura around me, kind of this weird shiny starry aura thing. And I am going to, so like I said, I can, in this mode, I am, oh, I hate moving backwards like this. Okay, so we'll smash that because we can. I'm not even worried about becoming good Toast right now. Like, if I can just find a way to beat the level, I'm okay with that. So basically I have an unlimited grip meter now, and I don't have to worry about my edibility meter. It's basically like you're cheating, but it's, you know, it's realizing that, hey, we've created this game with this really convoluted, crazy control scheme, and some people are not going to be able to do that very well, and I'm glad they added it. So there are a couple ways of, what I found is that there are actually a couple ways to toast yourself in each level. Like the first level, you're in the kitchen, there's a toaster, and there might be another way in there, I'm not exactly sure. I actually watched a YouTube video of somebody playing this a little bit the other day, and I found an alternate method that I haven't tried yet in this level that I want to play because it looks hilarious. So normally, the way I beat this the first time is I went over to that radiator across the room. And because I can't, you know, it's basically the floor is lava, you know, I mean, you can't touch the floor really. You got a couple choices. You can go over to the couch and then try to get to that painting, maybe go over to that little cabinet shelf thing, try to wall walk across the door, get over to the chair, and get over to the heater, whatever. Or you can go around the really long way and try to get across those shelves, get over, you know, get up the boxes, go to those shelves on the right, on the wall, go over there, little shelf up there, entertainment center, and then away. Yeah, that's just way longer. So because I can't get dirty now, I'm going to cheat, just, well, or whatever you want to call it, just so I can show you. I'm going to fling myself off, and we're just going to take the least resistant path of least resistance here. Alright, left bumper, left trigger. We're going to climb over this rug. Let's get our camera up here. Okay, so I want to go to the entertainment center. We're going to climb this because I want to beat the level with that way because it's pretty funny. You got the big old TV there, looks like a big old CRT. That's an old looking TV. That's a big one too. Alright, so we're going to take our right trigger, left trigger, we're going to flip over there. Sure, no, come on. There we go, let's go like this. Or you could do that too. Alright. I think it'll be easier to climb up the side, because I want to get up to the top of the entertainment center. If I look, well, I'm too close right now. There's a shelf on top of the entertainment center that's going to be quite fun to play with shortly. I will say the one thing that, you know, this little starry thing around my piece of bread, it's nice for invincibility, but actually, like with vision, I do kind of find that it sort of gets in the way because there's all this glowy stuff like around where your buttons are, so it almost makes it a little bit harder to see as a low vision user. So if I were playing this normally, like I said, I don't know if I would be able to climb that in one grip meter because climbing is a real pain. Okay, so we're going to do right trigger. Let's fling ourselves closer. And let's take our left bumper. Okay. Basically, I want to try to get it as a right angle so I can try to. Okay, left trigger, right trigger. So here's how you climb. Now this is going to be a problem. Yeah, shoot, that's gonna be an issue, isn't it? Okay, maybe that is gonna be, let's see. I really want to get, okay, cool. Made it around there. I just want to get, okay, left trigger, fling, no! Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Okay, hold on. Let's see. Okay, left trigger. Okay, no. Okay. On top of the entertainment center. So, we got some shelves up here. And we are gonna take our right trigger and we're gonna fling ourselves over here, closer to the TV. So we got this ginormous TV here. And look at what's up. You could probably hard to get an angle on it. We have some bowling pins and a bowling ball of all things. So basically, you know what? Instead of turning the furnace on over there like I normally would, let's be irresponsible, because any idiot who decides to put a heavy bowling ball right on top of a TV deserves to get his TV broken, right? So, we're going to flip. And I think that is directly... I want to see like I said, I want to get this to work because it just sounds really funny. Okay. Uh-oh. Are you kidding me? Am I gonna get caught? Oh no, I can fall behind the entertainment center. Are you kidding me? Okay. I can do this. So let's take... Okay, left trigger. We're gonna do it this way then. We're gonna... left trigger. It's really... Like I said, it's kind of hard to... Let's swing around that way. Okay. Right trigger. Yeah, here we go. Now we're gonna do this. If I can get this... There we go. Okay. Bowling pins. Now, I think I want to be by the wall, because if I can get behind them, I can try to shove them out. Okay. No. Come on, Toast. No, don't you dare fall. Okay, you know what? We're going to climb the wall, and then it looks like there's a little bit of space kind of behind the bowling ball. I'm going to try to... Let's see, we got left bumper. So we're going to... Right trigger. No. Come on. Like I said, this is a lot harder than it looks, because it's not... You're not hitting just the directions that you think you would. Okay. No. No! God dang it. I fell behind the... Oh, no. That is exactly what I did not want to do. Oh, I hate you so much. Now I got to get all the way up there again. Okay. And let me guess, the shelf is right against the wall. So now I gotta really... Arg. Right trigger. I don't know. Okay. And now I fell all the way down again. Oh my god. I told you, this is pretty tough. Okay, so let's do this. Okay, we're gonna keep climbing. Oh, I just flung myself totally wrong. Okay. Okay, so let's take the left trigger now. Now I can try to do my spinny thing again. Right bumper. Okay, left, no. Okay, right bumper, because I'm gonna get hit. I don't want to be underneath that. Okay, no. Okay, we're gonna do this. If it takes me a while, we're gonna try to do this, because... Okay, we got our left trigger. Let's try to get our right trigger. Okay, then let's get our left bumper. Then let's get our right trigger. Okay, settle down there, Brad. Settle down there, boy. Alright. So if I fall now... Yes. Yes. Alright. See that nice billowing smoke. The nice billowing smoke from the TV. Thud. Alright, we're gonna fling ourselves down. Oh! How did you not land on the TV, really? Alright, this I can do, I think. So... right trigger. Okay, left bumper. I can fling myself. No! Okay. I wonder if it has to be just the top, or if... Oh no. After all that, please no. Okay, good. There are times, I've played this a little bit, even from the full version now, and what happens is there are times where the game will... You'll get stuck in an environment. No? Okay. You get stuck in an environment and then you have to restart the level. That's happened to me, I think, like 3 times so far. Right bumper. Alright, we are burning up. And you have to toast both sides. And any minute here, we should hear a ding. There we go. Did it. Let's go look at the front TV. Let's see if like the screen is cracked and stuff. Oh wow, yeah, that TV is messed up. A bowling ball landing on it. Yeah, that'll do that for you. Hope you like your new TV, guy. That's what you get for putting a bowling ball right on top of your frickin' TV. You're an idiot. So we can go to the next level now. So that is kind of a idea of how the story mode works. And keep in mind, like I said, all of this stuff, I was having this much trouble, and I was essentially invincible. Having a failure state of you lose your grip and you keep falling. I would not have been able to climb that wall in one step as slow as I did if I didn't have that power-up. If I touched anything remotely dirty, you saw how quickly I failed on the floor. In that case, like I said, in addition to the controls, it's just there's so many things working against you. This game is really freaking hard, and I'm so glad that they added that power-up that basically makes you invincible. So now that we're going to the next level, there is, in the story mode, basically what it has is there are these little notes or logs or whatever that you get before each level. And the text contrast is good. I mean, it's just a white piece of typed piece of paper, essentially, in the middle of the screen. I kind of wish that, you know, I'm running at obviously a high resolution, like a 1080p resolution here. I wish that they could have made the paper larger, or that you could zoom into the paper, maybe. But you can't. So, you know, like I said, I'll let you guys try to read that on your own if you want to. I'm going to try one thing really quickly, just to see if it works, and I'll let you know that, like I said, I have done this before, and hopefully I will be able to show you that it does work. I'm going to grab my phone here. Got my iPhone 6 Plus here. And I am going to run. I have VoiceOver off right now just because I didn't want it talking or notifications while I was recording. I am going to run the KNFB reader.
VoiceOver on. KNFB reader. File Explorer button.
Okay. We got KNFB reader up. Make sure my
Camera flash is off button.
if you're recording a computer screen, if you're taking a picture of a computer screen, typically you want the camera to be, you want the flash to be off because it'll snap a picture and you just get a washed out image and it won't recognize anything. I'm going to hold this a ways away from the computer monitor and let's see if we can get some readable, let's see what we can get out of this. I've used this in, I think, yeah, here we go.
MR Merton 0312B055423 Dumpler Road, BD24 Oak, Tint Ins LL, Owl. Time on to 12:02 p.m. Death of birth content. Duration in Illinois 61. Treatment Novia. Primary diagnosis. Code 28.01. Male. D. Mr. Merton was again distressed during this session. He claimed his lounge had now been broken into. He related suspicions and believes he has discovered the culprit is leaving a message by placing a singular slice of toasted bread in the ruin. He claims the kitchen had a similar incident, but it never stood out to him at the time. He then appeared to be in deep thought for several minutes. Yurtsin left saying he was going to test a new theory that just came to him. A. Mr. Merton's condition seems to be deteriorating rapidly. The stress and paranoia are leading to him destroying his own home in what appears to be blackouts, leaving him with no memory of the incidents. His fixation on blaming a slice of toast must be some sort of manifestation of his hate of the council, as the blackouts seem to be occurring as soon as he gets home from work. Going to increase patient's condition to severe. Will now maintain daily sessions for his own safety.
Oh, that's great. That's great. I'm so glad we read that. So basically this guy's losing his mind. He thinks that somebody is breaking in and basically you have like a burglar leaving their calling card. You know, they'll leave their calling card and that's eventually how they catch a lot of them. They think that somebody's leaving a single slice of toast to mess with him. And then he's wondering if the toast is actually... yeah, so it seems like this is a report from like a psychiatrist or something. This guy's like losing his mind. You know, you see alcohol bottles all over his house. And yeah, that was actually really interesting. But what I was starting to say as it was reading, taking that picture really quickly, is I've used the KNFB reader for just this thing in games. Like, you know, there'll be points where I can play the game fine, but there's these side story things that are not voiced. And they're just some kind of journal entries, or you get this type of thing right here. What was the game? I covered it on the channel last year. Ether 1, I think? Ether 1, I think it was. The one where, you know, it's like this weird, like, dream game, like where you're in these, like, memories of people and you're collecting all those ribbons and stuff. I covered that on the channel, and those had a lot of journal entries, and some of those actually had clues in there that you had to use. You had to read. And I found myself, I would... that one, it would just have the journal entry, and then it would do like an overlay of the text on the screen. It would be kind of the game background would be dimmed out, but it would be... the text would be a little bit bigger, but there's still a lot of it. So I would use my phone and get the journal entries, get a little backstory, and sometimes even a little bit of in-environment clues or information. But I wanted to show you that, you know, I've done a KNFB reader video, but just to show you that some of the creative uses that you can use for that. You don't have to just read books and documents. People use it to, like, if their screen reader crashes, and I use it in games. If there's like these long journal entries or something, I hate having to either take forever to read them myself or to, oh no, don't fall behind the bed. All right. Oh, I'm boned. I can't even move. I can't even move. How do I get myself out of this predicament? Can I... that was just a bad fling. But, you know, like I said, I just wanted to show you that, like, there is a way, like, if you can play a game, but you think you're missing out on some of the story because they don't have it in a very accessible way. The KNFB Reader app does a pretty admirable job. I did actually try recording this video earlier and I wasn't really happy with the end result, and I did try to demo the KNFB reader for that very thing I just showed you guys. What I ended up doing is I was actually too close to the screen. I found oh geez, okay, good. I found that I had to be a little bit farther away than I thought because I wasn't getting good results. I was basically just getting a couple words of gibberish. So let's see, right? Oh, okay, it's not even going to let me do it that way. So now I'm in the bedroom. I'm not going to go through this level, but you notice that I don't have my little starry aura around me because I'm starting this level fresh. Even if I were to go back to the living room that I was in before, when you restart a level in story mode, they don't just give you the power-up right away. You actually have to try it a couple of times before, you know, like I said, 3 times. If you fail 3 times, you can get that. So I have gone through this one, and then I'm on to the bathroom. This one, there's an ironing board over there, over the, if you can you see it over there? Yeah, it's a little hard to see over the covers there, but there's an ironing board and an iron up there. That's how I got it. I basically climbed up the cabinet and flung myself onto it, because as you're getting to these later levels, what's happening is, like the first couple levels I could climb flat surfaces, but the ironing board isn't just like you're not climbing a wall. It's just got these legs, you know, that are underneath it, and so it's really difficult, if not almost impossible, to get at it from below. So you basically have to like climb onto something else and then finagle your way over there somehow. So let's quit out of story mode. And I'll show you the main menu here. Here's the main menu when you first come in. Now I think visually, unlike the pause menu, this is actually kind of hard. If I can see where low vision gamers can definitely have some issues here. The menu is on this little note on the left side of the fridge here. And the highlighted option, if you look at it really closely, you can tell, but especially people who have contrast issues, I can see where that's definitely going to be an issue. You can also, I will show you, even though I'm using a controller, I can still take my mouse cursor, and if I can't tell which one is actually selected with the D-pad, I can move my more prominent mouse cursor over something and let's say just click on it. Same thing here. There's my story mode. I have basically an free mode right here. These are things that I've unlocked. Everything is locked when you start, and you have to at least kind of get through a mission or so. Then you have Rampage, which is fun. I'll show you that here in just a second. And then you have Bagel Race. I've unlocked that as well. That's kind of fun. I'll show you a little bit of those before we wrap up. And these last two I haven't unlocked yet. This one, this Cheese Hunt, basically what they also do is you're not just a piece of bread. In these other modes, you play as other types of bread. So in the Rampage mode, you're actually playing as a baguette. And of course, Bagel, you're playing as a bagel. Bagel Race, you're playing as a bagel. Cheese mode, I believe you're going to play as like a saltine cracker. And then this one, I'm not sure what this one is. I'm not sure what kind of mode this is on the last one. Let's go into here real quick. I'll go into Rampage. I'm playing as the baguette. Now this one only has 2 anchor points, which is good. But I will say, despite that, it's really hard. Like I said, you're not just hitting like left or right. You really have to like use momentum, and I haven't mastered the art of the bagel, or the baguette, essentially. I'm trying to get that plate to fall off. Would you get? Okay, let's do this. Okay, well that's right. I'll just chop it in half. All right, let's fall off. Whoa, here we go. Fling myself. I think this one, you're not actually supposed to be really methodical about things, at least from what I've experienced, because I do have a time limit. I don't have to worry about being dirty here, but I do have to cause as much rampage or as much destruction as I possibly can. Oh, that's not what I wanted. No. Before time runs out. So, there we go. Whip that around. I said I haven't quite mastered the art of the bagel or the baguette. I keep wanting to, like I said, up is not always up, and that's I think what throws me off the most. I keep hitting forward thinking I'm going to continue my momentum, and I end up completely switching directions. So that is a problem. I want to get over to some other stuff to break, but I can't get over there. I'm going to fail. Oh, yeah, I'm definitely going to fail this one. And if you, yeah, you can't see it over here. I'll restart one more time real quick and see if I can get over to the other side of the counter here. So this is the first level. The toaster over there is where you're trying to get to in normal mode. Let's just fling myself off. Look at all those things on those shelves. Doesn't that look fun? Let's see if we can break some of these. I would think that we could get a lot of points doing that. There we go. Okay, I was gonna say that happened to me last time. This area right here is one of the areas. Remember, I was talking earlier about how the thing would get stuck in the environment, and I literally couldn't do anything. I got lodged somehow into one of these shelves, and I was just unable to move, and ended up having to restart the dang load. No, see, I don't want to keep moving that way. Fine, you know what? We're just gonna roll. We're a baguette. We're just gonna roll to get over by this part of the shelf that I want to. Rolling. Come on, keep on going. Keep going. All right, let's fling ourselves here. Let's wreck some stuff. All right, let's go break some plates. Roll away. Come on, roll. Okay. No. Okay. Wreck that. There we go. Knock them down. There you go. I would love to at least just get an E. I'd love to actually unlock the next level, but I don't know how much I actually have to do in order to even get an E. So, like, on the other mode, the highest I can get is an E if I use that kind of cheat thing. F. Well, that sucks. Well, that is Rampage mode, and before I wrap it up here, let's go back in and let's choose Bagel Race. I'll show you this real quick. Now, I've unlocked a couple of ones in here. The first two aren't so bad. The third one, on the other hand, ugh. Then you combine, well, so I'll show you what Bagel Race is. So naturally, we're playing as a bagel. You know, just roll across the screen there. 3, 2, 1, bagel. Right now, I'm standing kind of upright, so I'm just trying to steer. Come on, baby. No, come on. No, you stupid box. Okay, let's get upright again. Come on. I can't see. Yeah, doing it. Here we go. Okay, come on. Don't fall off. Okay. Go down on the floor where we need to be. Come on, baby. Come on, bagel. You can do it. Oh. Come on. You can see, I don't know why. Okay. The first times I tried this, I could just climb up on this counter no problem. But if you screw up, you can hit the B button to reset really quickly from the last checkpoint. That actually went better than I thought it would. Come on. Oh, D. Well, I think I got an E on here last time, so you know what? I'll live with that. Let's go to the next level here. I'll just show you one. I'll see if I can get through all of them, or up to where I've been, and then we'll call it. So this one's a little bit trickier. There's some more narrow platforms I'm trying to... Whoa! Jenga. No Jenga. There we go. Okay, hold on. Wait, where am I? Okay, I don't want to go. I want to go this way. Get around there. No, you stooge. You're not supposed to tip off and fall off the side. Hurt. Oh, I missed. I overshot the... Oh, that's ass. Come on. So let's climb up the ramp. And... Oh. Come on. No. Come on, Bagel. You can do it. There you go. Alright. Let's see. Keep on rolling here. Uh-oh. Okay, roll over here. This one's probably not going to be good because I reset it a couple times. I wonder if I'll even get an E. Let's see. So up to this point, I've pretty much just been rolling. You notice that I still do have 2 buttons. Yeah, I got an E again. So you can go up to A. I don't know if there's an S rank as well because I'm never going to be good enough at the game to get that well. Because it's just really hard. But this one, instead of just rolling, now this one I actually have to start climbing and using my, see the arrow up there? Come on, Brett. Come on, Bagel. Here, let's slide down the ramp. Get you move. Come on, you can do it, little Bagel. Come on. Go a little. Oh my God. Come on, little Bagel. You can do it. Come on. Oh, somehow I'm sticking. You do not want to climb that ramp, do you, buddy? Come on. Let's go. Come on. Climb the ramp, you stupid bread. Almost there. Alright, let's... No. Okay. Hold on. Fling myself up. There you go. I just killed a whole... Oh, shit. Okay, there we go. Whole bunch of time. Now, look at that. We got an arrow up there. So now, to get to the next checkpoint, I actually have to climb the wall. So... And this is... It's really, really sensitive. Like... In some ways it's easier, but in some ways it's a lot harder because he just whips around so bloody fast that it's hard to... Oh, and I don't... Okay, I don't have a... See, now I'm going completely the opposite way I want to. Well, you know what? That's where we're gonna stop. You get the idea. But, you know, it's funny. Each one, the regular piece of bread and the baguette and the bagel... I'm guessing the cracker is going to be probably pretty close to the piece of bread, but smaller. But each one of them, they're all hard to control in their own way, and they each kind of have their own sort of like, you know, the piece of bread is a little bit bigger and it's a little bulkier, a little hard to get the momentum going. The baguette is just this crazy, you're just basically whipping around and flinging yourself. The bagel you can roll, and you know, when you try to climb, you're just trying to spin a little bit. It's really sensitive. So, yeah, each one of them is really challenging and really hard in their own way. But, yeah, if you're looking for something really weird, a little different, and if you really need a, you know, you know, you're a little cocky, you need a little self-esteem, reality check, this is definitely one that'll give you that because it is hard. Visually, playing the game itself, like the environments aren't bad. Most of the menus aren't bad, except for there's some issues in that main menu. Seeing the buttons on the pieces of bread can be a little bit hard because A, they're small, and just the fact that if you're not using that invincibility power up, it's really... you know, your failure happens so fast. Your failure state happens so fast that it can really be an issue. So, thank God that they have that kind of power up after 3 failed attempts. So, yeah, weird game. I'm really glad that stuff like this, you know, you got like Wonderful End of the World, Jazzpunk, I Am Bread. The developers of this also made Surgeon Simulator, which is another really like purposefully clunky control game, which I haven't covered on the channel yet, but I've seen. I haven't played it yet, and I've wanted to. I just haven't gotten that far to it yet. And it's completely ridiculous, over the top as well. So hopefully I'll get to that at some point as well. But all these indie games, just like I said in a lot of these videos, it's just, I'm glad that weird, just crazy stuff like this, Goat Simulator, all this weird stuff that I've been able to cover on the channel. I've really kind of enjoyed a lot of these, so yeah, keep them coming. This has been I Am Bread, the full release, not the early access, but the actual full 1.0 release, available on Steam right now. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79. Like and subscribe if you can. And hope you guys enjoyed it. Until next time, I'll talk to you guys again later.